Aloha friends, today I'm showing you a very delicious recipe. You're going to want to make this while I make it because it's so good. It's Asian mini meatballs with protein vermicelli noodles. And these are the vermicelli noodles we're using. If you haven't tried the miracle noodles made, they're egg white miracle noodles. They're just mind-blowingly good. And there's a lot of like flavors going on in this, so you wouldn't even notice these aren't real noodles. But even plain, I think that they're really good. So check those out. We'll have that in the link below. In the meantime, we're going to start with our meatballs. So we have a pound of ground beef. It might be a little bit more than a pound. That's okay. We have 2 teaspoons of five spice, Chinese five spice. We have two cloves of minced garlic. There we go. And now we're going to add freshly grated ginger. Now, ginger looks like this. Don't buy the, I'm trying to find a spoon here. Don't buy the like powdered stuff because you're just gonna be like, why can't I get it that really good flavor? That's because you're not using real ginger. You want to take the piece like this and just like scrape the outside off with your spoon. There we go. And sometimes I speed it up by just using a knife, and I end up wasting a lot when I do that. I'll show you what I do. I just like cut, and then I just toss that. That's how I always do it, really. And then we're gonna grate that. Ooh, it smells so good. Ginger is a thing of beauty. And then you just take your cheese grater. Should have made it smaller. Oh, shoot. And that's gonna go on into our meatballs. Oh, my oven is not on because I'm not baking these noodles. I am going to do them over a stovetop. Why is it so sticky? There we go. Careful when you do this. My kids always get a finger when they grate things for me. Poor guys. Okay. All right. Get that little piece off. And then you pretty much have to scrape it off the cheese grater because it sticks right to it. There we go. And you want about 2 tablespoons of that. So that'll be fine. Now what we're going to do is add a teaspoon of fish sauce. Now when you buy fish sauce, be careful because most have sugar. The red boat is kind of the only one I've found without it. It's just anchovies and sea salt. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of that. And that's your seasoning too, okay? You don't have to add salt. Now I'm going to mix this with my hands. And to test, to make sure that you like the seasoning, you can take a little pat and fry that up, taste it, make sure that it's, you know, a good flavor that you like. Now I'm going to make them into small meatballs once it's evenly combined here. And this is so good, it's like, do a double batch, right? You can store the extra meatballs in the freezer if you end up loving them. Like Kai, I'm sure he's gonna love these. He loves all those flavors I'm using. And then I wish I had, I don't think I have a, if you have a mini ice cream scooper, it works perfect to make evenly sized meatballs. I'm not sure if I have any here. I know I have a giant ice cream scooper to make my Hawaiian rolls. Yep, I'm just gonna make them into meatballs. Now we're gonna start frying them up on the skillet. I'll speed this up for you. Okay, my friends, I forgot to mention, these should be with ground pork, but I went to the store and in our tiny little island, sometimes when you want something, they don't have it. So they didn't have any ground pork, so I'm using ground beef, but this is just fine. I love beef anyway. So I'm gonna heat a skillet over like a medium-high heat. I'm just using a small skillet because I'm not going to make all of them. I'm going to save some of them for another time. Otherwise, I would use this big cast iron skillet. And then I have some tallow. I'm just going to kind of line that with that just to sear the meatballs. And then once it's hot, it's getting there. Let's do this. There we go. There, it's getting hotter. I'm going to, oh, not quite hot enough. You'll hear a when it's ready. There we go. And this will take about 10 minutes, maybe not even. And while they cook, you can get the noodles ready. Maybe I'll do all of them. We'll see. Okay, my friends, now we're going to get the noodles started. The meatballs are over here. I'm actually going to turn this one on. You want to go to medium heat. And we're using, ta-da, again, the miracle noodles that are made from egg whites, and there's water in there, okay? So you want to drain them. Drain them in the sink right here and place them right on into the pan. If a little bit of water is in there, that's totally okay. You actually want to add a little bit of water, beef broth anyway. But we want 4 packages of these. I have to show you, like, look, the back. Only 45 calories per package and 10 grams of protein. It's crazy. Love them. And we'll have the link below if you want to check those out. Oh, what am I doing? I want the water out. Mama Maria. There we go. Ay, 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 ay. I'm getting it all over the place. Okay. I'll wipe that up. They're just a super nice, kind company too, so I love supporting them. All right, last one. Okay, so now into here, we're gonna add a bunch of flavors, okay? We're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of a wheat-free soy sauce. And some of them have sugar, so make sure you look for the sugar-free ones, okay? We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of beef broth, and I'm using the Kettle and Fire beef broth. That was maybe a little more, that's okay. We're going to add fish sauce. Fish sauce adds umami. Don't smell it, but it's good. There we go. And about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So I got a fresh lime over here. You can leave it just like this if you want to, but I'm adding a little bit of sweetness. That's what a traditional noodle would have, like this. There we go. So I'm using stevia glycerate. Now, if you have like a brown allulose, that would be really good. But now we're just gonna stir that up. And that is basically it. We just wanna heat it through. I'm gonna make Kai eat it with a chopstick too. He's going to Japan. That was his birthday gift because he loves everything Japanese. And he's gonna have to learn how to use chopsticks. So here we just heat it through. And then we'll put it into bowls and serve it on up. I just want to heat it a little bit more though. Okay friends, here we have our beautiful dish of Asian vermicelli noodles. And this is how I store my green onion, because as you cut it off, it's going to keep growing. I refresh the water every week or so, but we're just going to cut some of these off and slice them off on the diagonal. However many you want. That's pretty good. And then we have some cilantro leaves if you'd like. I'm not a big fan of cilantro, but I think I wouldn't mind some of them. And ta-da! You have a delicious meal in really only minutes. So let's see what Kai thinks. Hey Kai, how's it going, Kai?
Good.
Good. Are you happy in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Kind of miss home.
Yeah.
Me too. Why don't you try these delicious noodles and show us how to use chopsticks? I told him you're going to Japan. You gotta learn. Your dad was trying to teach you and you just don't want to do it yourself. Oh, there you go. So the meatballs.
Good meatballs.
Then you gotta try the noodles too. And then you gotta give us a rating 1 through 10 because that's everybody's favorite part. Like, do you like the sauce? Ooh. Mamma mia.
Yep. Good stuff.
Good stuff. What do you rate that?
I like it. I'll rate it a 9.
9, people. Mind you, we've never gotten a 10 because that stayed for a Wagyu steak. What do you want to tell people?
Cook with your kids.
Cook with your kids, my friends. Mahalo. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with PCOS, acid reflux, depression, and IBS. Instead of taking those prescription drugs, I decided to change my life with food. Yes, food healed me, and it's healed so many of my clients over the past 20 years of working with people. If you are interested in transforming your life, check out KetoMaria.com. I'd be honored to help you.